job they have to do is very risky because searching for a reincarnation is condemned as a superstitious activity by the Chinese and severely punished. Therefore, they have to keep the reason for their journey strictly secret, and if they really find Karmapa, their hope is that Karmapa will protect them. Karmapa is not like an ordinary reincarnation. He's a living Buddha, and the Chinese would provoke an uprising in Tibet if they chose to condemn him, as they did up to now with many others.
For 30 years, the Tibetans had been strictly forbidden to practice their religion. In the meantime, however, very few selected monasteries have been given permission to rebuild. The monasteries were centers of education for everyone.
The country on the roof of the world is as big as Western Europe, or a quarter of the US, but with only 6 million inhabitants. Since 1960, Beijing has been oppressing Tibet with 500,000 soldiers and colonizing it with what are by now 8 million new Chinese settlers.
More than 1 million Tibetans have been killed. The country has been looted. Tibet's natural resources are plundered, and nearly all the big wild animals have been wiped out. Before the Chinese started to build roads, one could see great herds of antelopes, wild donkeys, and yaks. Today, only a few birds are left.
Tibetans do not kill animals just for fun or profit. It would be against their faith. The majority are nomads who live with and not against nature.
You saw misery.
Himalayan valley can be so large that it takes a whole day to cross. If the jeep has a breakdown, there is no one who can help. It is so cold that in the morning one can drive over frozen rivers, but by midday they're thawed out again, and these extremes of temperature are repeated day after day.
This is a search where nothing may go wrong. The monks from Tsurpu bear an enormous responsibility. If they're not able to find Karmapa, they will disappoint millions of people whose faith in reincarnation as a law of nature will be deeply shaken.
The search party now has to proceed on horseback because there are no roads into the district of Latok. They need 4 riding horses and 1 pack horse for at least 2 weeks. Horses are rare and not easy to get, but with friendly words they quickly come to terms.
Before drinking, one always sacrifices a few drops to the hungry spirits.
It's a beer made out of barley, or salty butter tea, which tastes like a greasy broth.
The horses of the Himalayas are pretty small, but they're tough.
Without giving themselves away, the men continue the search. Now the arduous part of the journey begins. A day's ride to Latok over high passes and through dangerous ravines.
The monks of Tsurpu have sent Officer Pato on ahead to see if the coast is clear and to find accommodations in Latok.
After 3 days in the saddle, Pato reaches Latok. Above the village is the Kalek Monastery, which was completely destroyed by the invaders in 1966 and recently rebuilt.
The abbot, Lama Palden, welcomes the camouflaged pilgrims from Tsurpu. He spent 25 years in prison. Now he again looks after all the little boys sent to the monastery for education.
Could Karmapa already be among them?
Lama Palden, do you have any unusual children?
Recently, many children from the area have again begun to enter the monastery, and although I'm able to see if a child has special skills and qualities, I'm not able to see who they've been in their previous lives.
Tradition says that there have been earlier incarnations of Karmapa who identified themselves with their very first words, "I am Karmapa." In the case of such a child, however, his personal data always had to correspond exactly with the indications in the letter of prophecy.
Tomo and Lodro not only interviewed monks, they also talked to people outside the monastery.
They asked me about a place with Kor in its name. Yes, I said. Pakor, the Valley of the Cow, isn't far from here. And they wanted to know if there was a woman named Lalaga. Yes, there is. And her husband is called Dundup. The men said they were relatives and wanted to know all about their children. So I told them Lalaga and Dundup had 6 daughters and 3 sons. The oldest must have been born in the year of the hare, the middle one in the year of the ox, and the youngest in the year of the pig. When they heard all that, one of them folded his hands and began to weep.
Early the next day, they ride on. If everything goes well, they can reach Pakor the same day.
Years of waiting, and now only one more pass to cross.
Where only nomads live. Here there are neither houses, nor mail, nor electricity. The men from Tsurpu find it hard to imagine that their enlightened Karmapa, the Buddha, could have chosen this, of all places, for his reincarnation. What reasons might he have?
Could this be Lalaga?
People here still live the way they did in primeval times.